Hello, everyone. Welcome to another NOLAnerdcast movie review. First one of our return for an animated feature, direct-to-DVD. The only ones we do are the DC ones because generally they're much more watchable than the Marvel offerings as of late. Man, have you seen Iron Man Rise of the Technoboar? Say it, Chris.
Rise of the Technoboar?
Yeah! Alright, yeah, we are so white. Okay, this time we're going to talk about the latest DC animated movie, which is Son of Batman. And right off the bat, I should probably mention that even though we just said DC does it better, this was not one of their strongest outings.
I think this is one of the worst ones they've ever done.
You think?
I really do.
I wouldn't put it that far.
I think it's really bad.
You think it's worse than Superman
No.
Doomsday?
I think it's one of the worst. I didn't say the worst, which is Green Lantern.
First Flight?
First Flight.
Oh,
but it's in that category.
Yeah, it's in the lower third.
Yeah, I would rate it pretty low in that
third worst.
Yeah, probably.
So if Green Lantern, First Flight, Superman, Doomsday.
Yeah,
and then
probably this.
Okay.
I mean,
I don't know if I would put it that low.
I mean,
all right. Why don't we
let's talk about
what we liked about it.
Okay.
And then we'll go into the problems, and then we'll end with something we liked about it, and we'll make a compliment sandwich.
We'll try that.
Okay. I thought the Batman was good. It's the same guy that was Batman in Justice League War.
Jason
O'Mara, I believe is his name.
Jason O'Mara.
And he, I mean, you know, everyone has their own version of Batman, especially an animated Batman, and by that I mean it's Kevin Conroy.
He's fine.
But he does a good job, so I have no complaints about him. He's not phenomenal. You're not going to go out of your way to be like, holy shit, that's Batman.
He's not the Batman that you need now, but he'll do.
Yeah, he'll do in a pinch. Also, I know some people might hate it, but I think getting an actual kid to voice Damian was a great choice.
It sounded a little awkward, like you'd expect when you have a kid reciting ridiculous lines that no 8-year-old would ever say. But
then you remember.
But I really appreciated the fact that it was a kid because you could hear the fact that he's
a child.
He's not some old voice actor doing his best kid voice.
And I think it actually worked because the things he said that an 8-year-old wouldn't say, that's Damian.
Yeah.
He's not...
It's very dissonant, and I can't really hate him for that.
Yeah. I like the level of violence and action.
Out of control.
Was high, which I always... after Justice League War and Batman Under the Red Hood and other movies like that, I enjoy it because it's something you normally don't think in, like the Dark Knight movies. Flashpoint.
Yeah, it's a brutal film.
It's a brutal comic.
Yeah, people are getting stabbed, eyes are getting pulled out. It's rough.
I mean, what else did you like about it? I thought the animation was strong. It's just, you know.
Yeah, I mean the action animation was good. The violence level was rough. I can see how some people may be turned off by it.
Feel it was suitable.
Yeah, but you know, I can see people not hating it, but it doesn't bother me.
Yeah.
And I thought the guy that played Batman and the kid that played Damian were good. Not great, just good.
Ooh, I like the guy that played Ra's al Ghul. Gilbert from Community. I thought he played a good one. I mean, he's only in it for like 5 seconds.
That's hard to judge because he was only in there for like 10 lines.
Yeah.
I thought the guy that played Alfred was excellent, though. Alfred, super catty, and I love it.
The Damian-Alfred relationship was a strong point of the movie, and it was also a strong point of the comic, so it works out nicely.
Yeah.
Is there anything else you liked about it?
What's about it?
Well, think of something else for it to end on.
Okay, I'll get back to it.
Can I talk about the first thing I didn't like about it?
Sure.
Can we talk about how terrible the casting for Deathstroke was?
Yeah. It's real bad.
And part of it is because Arrow is so hot shit right now, and Manu Bennett personifies Deathstroke at the moment. But if I understand not getting Manu Bennett, but the whole point of these is you get someone that's close enough to what people associate with that character so that they draw the parallels. But you get the guy that played Greg from Dharma and Greg to play Deathstroke. The voice was such a disconnect.
Here's the thing about like Deathstroke as he's been portrayed in animated mediums and video games. He's gruff.
Mm-hmm.
He's very serious, and he's a little weathered. Greg is not any of those things. He's just a dude, and it's so uncomfortable and jarring. Like we were watching the movie, and after his first scene, we were like, "This is not a good voice."
No, Like right off the bat.
Right off the bat, you can hear how bad it is, and it's so weird because these movies are usually so well cast.
There's never been I think this is the most
egregious casting.
Yep.
Yeah, and it ruins the entire movie because he is the central plot.
He is, and every time he's on stage, you just want it does not work.
No.
Also related to Deathstroke, one of the things I was most excited about, and not just the adaptation of the Son of Batman storyline.
Right.
It was the fact that Deathstroke was front and center. He's becoming hot shit in the DC universe. But the Deathstroke they presented us was a very petty, fueled by revenge, and honestly kind of sucked at his own job. He was beaten consistently. Batman, they're supposed to be close. Batman punches him out like a bitch in a couple punches, and then he could barely hold his own against Damian. And he couldn't even beat Ra's al Ghul. And it's very frustrating that a character like Deathstroke, and I understand for the movie's sake that he can't be so powerful that Damian can't hold a candle to him because he's the main character less than Batman.
Yeah.
But, god damn, make him competent. It was very frustrating. He's my favorite supervillain in DC. And he was super neutered in this movie. And that plus the voice just made him the worst Deathstroke I've ever seen animated.
It's rough because you almost expect it to be like a different character.
Mm-hmm.
Like if this had been an anonymous ninja guy, I think we would probably
might as well have been.
Yeah, we probably would have been less mad. But Deathstroke brings a certain cachet. He's not that smart. He doesn't seem to be super powerful. He's just a dude with a mask and a costume.
Yeah, who got kicked out from the League of Assassins, and so he got all butthurt.
And honestly, I didn't really like his inclusion in the movie. Okay. My other thing I dislike about the movie is that it's villain crowded. We have Killer Croc who makes an appearance.
I'll forgive that. That's the cold open.
I can forgive Killer Croc. Man-Bat and his family is a terrible story point, and I know it's from the comic, which I want to get off the bat. I haven't read the comic, so I'm only judging this purely on the movie. But
you hate Man-Bat.
I hate Man-Bat, but barring my hatred of Man-Bat.
However, for the record, we should point out before we get any complaints, he's not actually Man-Bat in this.
He's not.
But he has created the army of Man-Bat.
He makes Men-Bat.
Which it led to the most ridiculous line ever uttered in a movie.
What?
Which is an unstoppable army of vampire bat ninjas swooping from the... Remember that line?
Yes. Oh, fuck. That's so bad.
It was...
Okay. So the plot is ludicrous. Like, Deathstroke is going to take over the League of Assassins and make an army of bat ninja.
And then, take over the world,
whatever.
I guess.
And
the brain it.
And then you have Deathstroke himself, who's so ineffectual, and like one of them could be excised, and it could be like a really interesting story.
Random aside.
Yeah.
Ra's al Ghul was literally inches from their Lazarus pit, and they didn't put him in it. They're like, nope, he's dead.
Nope.
Sorry.
Super dead, guys.
Sorry. Grandpa was so close.
He
didn't make it this time.
It's just not a very good movie. Like, the plot's not great. And the problem is with adaptations like this is that you're taking this giant story and you're trimming and you're cutting and you're trying to squeeze all the essentials in, but it feels like they did it and then they were like, we got too much. We got a little room left. Let's throw in Deathstroke.
Yeah. Well, I think they were always planning on having Deathstroke.
But if they were, why would they pick like the worst version of Deathstroke?
I know. It's
I honestly think they had started this movie with a different guy, and then we're like, we need to put Deathstroke.
Deathstroke's hot shit right now.
Yeah,
put Deathstroke.
Deathstroke.
It's just, oh man.
I mean, it's hard. I feel bad shitting on this.
To be fair, we have many DC animated reviews up on our page, and this is the first one we've been down on. I
mean, if you look at the aggregate of our reviews, you'll find they're pretty positive. But I couldn't find anything to be like positive about, aside from like the things I threw out in the beginning, and even then, those are kind of. I mean, they're kind of less bad.
It's a treat to watch visually and action wise, but anything related to the plot and the characters and the voices is just. Outside of Damien, Alfred,
you know what it is?
What?
It's Advent Children.
Ooh, it is.
It's a movie that's beautiful to watch and is fun, but if you listen to the plot, your head's gonna die.
Well played. Okay. So why don't we cap it off with something nice? Yes.
I like Sean Mayer's Nightwing.
Yeah,
that's about
good.
it.
What about Talia? What's her face? Talia. She didn't really do much.
She sucks.
She was also neutered.
She is neutered. She was very Black Canary in this. With her Black Widow.
Yeah.
With her leather jumpsuit.
But she was also super ineffectual.
She is ineffectual. And
really
she flat out was like, yo, I totally date raped you. He's like, yeah, that was pretty great. And then she pulled the curtain and Damien's standing there and it's like,
thanks, Mom, for telling me that. I don't know. So you liked Hard-Headed Nightwing, and I should say something.
Yeah.
To be fair, the fight between Deathstroke and Damien at the end was very brutal and well done.
Yeah.
That was it was a good climactic fight. It just sucked because Deathstroke wouldn't have gone out like that.
No.
I don't know.
What do you give it?
7.
Wow.
6.5, 7.
I'm giving it 4.
Wow.
Maybe lower.
You can't give it lower.
Watch me. You're not my dad.
I am your dad.
3.5.
No.
3.
Nope.
2.5.
Sorry.
0.
Nope.
Seriously, it's a 4. I wouldn't buy this. I don't think I'd even rewatch it.
No, I don't think I'll ever rewatch this one either. Like we said, it's in the bottom echelon of DC animated movies.
I think you can skip it, and you wouldn't miss anything.
I'd agree. I mean, if you get a chance to watch it for free, if it shows up on Netflix, watch it. It's not going to kill you.
Forward.
But just it's. I'm much more excited for the upcoming Assault on Arkham.
Yes.
That
should be fun
because that's looking like we're gonna get the start of the Suicide Squad push, because there's the rumors that that's the next video game too.
Yep. So they've said.
Fingers crossed. I really hope at one point King Shark says, "I'm a shark."
I hope
That's
so.
all I want. It's all I want once. Okay, that is nothing.
I'll give it a full point if it says it.
I mean, you have given points for less.
Mm-hmm.
I'm Matt.
I'm Chris.
And this has been the NOLAnerdcast review of Son of Batman. Caw.
Hooty hoo!